What up, y'all? In today's video, we're going to talk about how to use podcast transcripts to build digital products from scratch, completely with AI, super step-by-step. There is a Google Doc in the description. You can follow along this entire process, prompt by prompt, like no thinking required with this Google Doc. It's going to be 4 simple steps. One, we're going to find a video, upload the transcript. The prompt will extract the different angles we can use to test this digital product, pick the angle and build the full offer, extract the buyer psychology in the voice. And then number 4 is we will build the sales page. Technically, there's a lot more steps that go on to this, but this can get you to building your first digital offer. And even if you have never built one before, or you're not even that interested in this, maybe this will at least inspire you a little bit. It'll scratch the itch of, oh, maybe I could do this. So we'll get to the doc and let's get into this. All right. So you open up the doc and it's going to be this podcast, the low ticket offer system, 4-step copy paste prompt guide for complete beginners. First thing we're going to do, we're going to go to YouTube and find a podcast or a long form YouTube video. There's all these free course YouTube videos. You can also use those. Today, I'm going to talk about the wealth niche, the biz op niche, but you can do relationships, you can do health. Like, get creative with it. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be jumping around a lot here. You might see me go in and out. It's because I don't like when I click, it sounds terrible on the microphone. So I'm going to try to avoid clicking in your ears. Okay. Anyways, we're with Corner Office. This guy reviews like side hustle stuff. Really, really good podcast. But he has all these different people he talks to and they go really in depth with this stuff. And my favorite part of it is it's not just, how to sell digital products or how to sell on Amazon FBA or how to do these like typical biz op models. These are more niche down and unique ideas that are also extremely simple to start, not some complex online biz op. These are very simple biz ops that anyone can do, really. Like, even for this, what I'm teaching you guys here, you have to know how to use a computer. You have to know how to use different softwares and things like that. It's not like it's hard to do. Like, anybody can do it, but these are much, much simpler than that. So I've already kind of found one earlier as I was planning this. Yeah, she makes 1K a day sending letters. We're going to take this link here and we're going to go to this site, paste your URL and just click get free transcript. Once we have the transcript here, make sure you have the right thing and just click copy. Now we're going to get ChatGPT, paste the transcript. It usually will paste as a file thing you want it to. If it doesn't do that, your video is definitely not long enough. So go find one that's longer, more in depth. Then we're going to take this entire prompt 1 and paste it back into ChatGPT. So paste everything in, make sure you have your transcript, and run the prompt. It's going to spit out a bunch of information like this. You have the snail mail side hustle kit, has a working offer title, the $11 snail mail club starter kit. I like that a lot. Junk journal supply club blueprint, decent client love letter system. I like that one a lot as well. And it picks this as the strongest one, but you can just pick whichever one you like. Then once we have that, we're going to go back to prompt number 2. Copy prompt number 2 here and go back to ChatGPT. By the way, you can use Claude, you can use Gemini, you can use whatever you want. I'm just using ChatGPT for simplicity and showing you that this works with any of these AI things. But we're going to take the $11 snail mail club starter kit name and the angle and paste it here. Paste the angle you chose from step 1 and then run that prompt as well. It's going to give you an in-depth breakdown here of different options for the offer title. Who's this for? Creative women, 25 to 55, and then what's inside the actual offer. And, I'm just running through this quickly. You can look inside this and make sure it's good, and a caveat with all this is make sure it works. Okay. Make sure it's not some grifter on YouTube that's just lying about something. Make sure that this is a legit business model or legit health thing. If you're doing health or legit relationship thing, you don't have to be an expert. Like I said, AI is going to be smarter than you are with stuff, but make sure that it's a working thing. You're not just selling garbage. But anyways, after we get all done with all that, you want to go back to the doc and get prompt number 3. Prompt number 3 is for the buyer psychology and the voice. You can run this as a deep research prompt. So you can take that information and run this as a deep research prompt in Gemini and ChatGPT or whatever. I'm not going to do that for the sake of length of this video, and it's not extremely necessary. But if you want to get deeper, which is probably going to increase your chances of success, I would run this as a deep research prompt. Just kind of edit it to make sure that it is like that, or put it into ChatGPT after and say, change this to be a deep research prompt for the next step in the process. But just straight up, we're going to paste it here without the deep research. And it's going to give some buyer beliefs. So some different things like, okay, these people might believe this and their biggest fears, biggest desires, and kind of all these things are extremely important when you're writing marketing copy and you're writing ads and things like that. Now, once all that is done, you're going to get prompt number 4. And you're going to paste it into ChatGPT as well. And this is going to help you write the sales page. This is going to be the main thing that sells the offer. If you have ads, you have sales page, you can basically sell this thing. You can just collect emails if you want to test it. You don't have to build out the full product. You don't have to hook up the payment processor if you really don't want to. Although with AI, you can do that stuff extremely fast as well. We've pasted prompt number 4 in here. At the bottom, it says, here's the offer. I'm just going to say, use the offer we're currently working on. You can go back and find the name and paste that if you need, but it should remember that. and then run that prompt. So what it's going to do here is run through what is probably the best type of sales page for this target audience. And this might not always be right. AI is not always right. It acts like it is, but it's not. So if you don't like what it has here, just ask it to redo it, do it in a different way. You see, stop trying to turn your hobby into a whole store. A tiny new mailbox business helping creative women sell art. Decent. Have you ever thought, I want to make money from my creativity, but I have no idea what to sell? Probably decent. I mean, obviously, you're going to have to work through this and make sure it's not just straight ChatGPT, especially because it has all these terrible patterns within it. Like you see, you do not need to be an influencer. You do not need thousands of followers. You do not need a perfect brand. You need to tell it to like not use that repetitive language and things like that. But you can edit this any way you want. Because overall, we're just trying to get like something we can get out there and test that's not complete garbage. And that's all. You can edit that any way you want to, but that is pretty much how I build these low ticket digital offers, whether that be in the biz op space like we just did, or you do it in the health space. Find a YouTube video that has proof of someone doing this thing so we know it works, and then slowly turn it into an offer. I use a bunch more documents for context, like old copywriting documents or things that I know specifically that like I don't feel like putting here or are kind of secrets. I'm not just going to put it out there. And I do a lot more deep research prompts and things like that. But that's overall the gist. Run through this thing and you can actually get a low ticket offer idea, especially if you saw a YouTube video. I mean, how many times have you saw a YouTube video and thought, I could probably make something about that. I would like to try that. Well, guess what? You don't even have to try the business model. You know who's making all the money? People teaching people how to do business models, teaching people how to be healthy, teaching people how to be good in relationships. That's what makes the money. Okay, so be the teacher. A little bit of a plug at the end of the video. If you want me to do this with you, click below in the description as well. That'll be the bottom document. You work with me one-on-one to get to $100 to $300 profit a day. Hope this was valuable. Hope this was actionable, and we'll see you guys in the next video.